I imagine Sarah's very excited to be on Countdown tonight. Normally, the only letters Geordies get are the ones from bailiffs.
Be very careful. I know people.
I don't.
You don't know anyone?
Nah.
Oh.
Not really deep down. Oh. People put up barriers when I'm around.
Like physical, actual, like, barriers?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Lee Mack is famous for not going out, as is Jon Richardson. Congratulations to Jon's wife. It took 12 long hours of pain, tears and drugs, but eventually Jon managed to get her pregnant.
12 hours? Wonderful. Excellent. Can you imagine? 12 hours? That's all I'll do in my lifetime. All I knew about women is what... Because I'd never encountered many before. I only knew what I'd seen on adverts. So sometimes I say, oh, it's a nice sunny day, why don't we go to the park and you can eat your yoghurt on a bench? Not really into that. And the rollerblades I got for the days when she's on her special time, they've gone untouched.
Jon is a writer, comedian, football fanatic, but perhaps the most surprising thing about Jon is that his wife still hasn't smothered him to death in his sleep.
Separate beds.
Have you noticed you've been getting more attention from the ladies since you've been winning on Countdown?
Well, technically, yes. In that it's gone from 0 to 1. But in terms of, like, the wider market, not really so much.
So hang on, you got your girlfriend after Countdown?
I got everything. Every good thing that has ever happened to me happened after Countdown.
But did she specifically say, hi, I saw you on Countdown?
Oh, but what else could it have been? I didn't suddenly get a six-pack, did I? One Countdown, then I got a girlfriend. You do the math.
What was the worst thing you ever did to your flatmates?
Oh, well, that would be the time that I got so tired of cleaning the flat that while they were out, I tidied the flat and then left them an itemised bill for my time at minimum wage. You know, I didn't want to overcharge the guys, but, you know, it's important they learnt that this shit doesn't happen for free.
All right, OK. What's the most unusual thing about your body?
Someone's touched it. My chest hair is sort of roughly heart-shaped.
Is this your Match.com profile we're listening to?
Very much.
OK, that will do, I mean, for weirdness.
I also have a little mole just in there. No.
Can you see that? A little mole? Oh, there is a little mole there.
People really hate it, because they go, oh, you've got a bit of chocolate, and I go, no, it's a mole, and they go,
No, I can see why, it's really gross.
It's horrible, isn't it?
OK, so what are we going to go for, the chest hair?
Chest hair, yeah.
OK, weird
Let's
chest
leave
hair.
Molly out of it.
In a heart. And you shave it like that, do you?
No, it just grew like that. I'm like a sort of Care Bear.
In 2011, Jon released a book about his quest for love. Before it, he hadn't had a girlfriend in 8 years. And after, he's not had a girlfriend for 2 years. So, some improvement there.
The joke's on you, Jimmy, because I have got a girlfriend.
Well, she must be made up.
She's blown up, to be honest.
Jon's got himself a girlfriend, so for him, the long years of feeling lonely, disappointed and angry are over. Although for her, they're only just beginning. Sharon Horgan is a well-loved and extremely funny comedian, best known for pulling. She's literally the opposite of Jon Richardson.
I mean, you've moved on. You've moved on to Sharon, and still, I'm the butt of the jokes.
Jon is widely considered to be the life and soul of the party. Well, I say party, it's really more of a get-together. It's actually a wake, but Jon is the life and soul of it. It must be difficult for Jon's girlfriend to date someone with OCD. Every time she gets turned on, Jon turns her off again.
That is the best one you've ever done.
Thank you very much. It says here you keep £10 and €10 on you at all times in case of emergencies. Why?
Well, I used to keep a condom in my wallet, and then one day I bought a new wallet and I transferred the condom across, and I realised it was the same condom I'd transferred from the previous wallet. And I realised that if I could erode leather quicker than I could have sex, it was more likely I would wake up in Europe and not know how I got there and need €10 than that I would instantly need to shag someone. I would hope if they'd agreed that they would be willing to wait the 2-minute trip to the shop or the toilet. Whereas if you're in Europe and you haven't got €10... Oh, here he comes.
Meet me after the show.
A bit annoyed, Jimmy, to be here this week, actually, because tonight's supposed to be my hen night, because I'm getting married.
Stag night, I think is what you mean to say.
Come again.
Well, you just said it was your hen night tonight.
Yes.
Stag night.
What a right laugh. I emailed all my friends. All working, would you believe? All working, all of them. So I've been out on my own.
Do you get invited on a lot of stag do's?
Yeah. I've been on a few. I tend to nip back early. You have to share rooms on stag do, so I find if I get back early, I can have the key changed and then I get a good night's sleep. I don't get invited on a lot of stag do's, Jimmy.
Jon is dedicated to his girlfriend. She's a lovely, bubbly girl whose parents describe her as missing. Jon hates text speak. The abbreviated spelling and poor grammar infuriate him. And if Jon were to ever receive a text message, I imagine he'd be livid.
I do get text messages from Papa John's Pizza Hut and my bank. The joke's on you, Jimmy, because it's 2 for Tuesday.
Jon Richardson is a real man of the people, and those people are the ones that wear cardigans and don't have any friends. Yeah, that told me. Jon recently got married. Well, it was either that or pay the postage to send her back.
Now, tell me, is that a joke about an inflatable girlfriend or a foreign bride?
Oh, we're sort of multi-layered.
OK, good.
We're just suggesting that it is not a real love.
I'll enjoy it twice, then.
Well, you know how excited Jon gets before he comes on Countdown? I'm like that, only taller. Can you imagine that?
Taller than me?
I might be an inch in it, yeah.
Well, have a look.
Are you taller than Rich? I don't think you are. I always think of you as just being... Let's do back to back. Well, let's go back to back. Go back to back. Now, Jon, what else can you do? I mean, you're very good at Countdown. What else can you do in 30 seconds?
Not that, actually. I reckon I could count to 100 in 30 seconds.
Right, OK. It's not much of a challenge, but let's... I mean, we've got plenty of time. Why not?
Really? This is going to happen?
Why wouldn't we? I don't know if you've just switched over from the Formula One. Strap in, because this is wild. Can I just check in with our maths expert, Rachel? Are there numbers up to 100?
Yeah.
OK, good. You ready, Jon? Your time starts now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 78, 77, 76, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 100. Really fucking embarrassed about how serious it is. I really wanted that in a way that I hate about myself. When the show ends, I'm going to try that again upstairs. That is the pathetic truth that is my existence.
If you're watching at home and you're lonely, maybe you could count to 130 seconds.
Dermot will be summoned when I blow my whistle. Any impingement of the rules.
Right.
So any bad language will be punishable. Sexual touching will be...
But what about just touching?
That will be down to my judgment, and I am a sexual expert. I've done it 3 times now. And I won all 3. So,
You mean you came first? Jon, have you got a lucky mascot of any description?
well, I have, yeah. Well, it's not really a mascot. When I was at primary school, I got given an award just for being extra special. I've kept it all these years. It says, awarded to Jon Richardson for being extra special.
Why do they give that to you?
was it for?
Well, it's for being extra special, man. 20 years. Look how good Nick that
Is it good? Did you ever wear the badge, or has it always stayed on there?
No, I've never taken the badge off because I didn't want to perforate the card.
Let's have a look at John in the 80s.
No teeth.
John, interestingly, used to be Chris Martin.
When we first met John, he was living in a bedsit in Bristol, and may I just say, it was the cleanest bedsit I or Avon and Somerset Social Services have ever seen. Then we moved in together, a group of comedians, into a shared house. But John was not quite used to sharing yet, so there was a negotiation about mess in which we would sort of go about our normal routine, and John had these...
Suddenly, just be careful. Let's just have an anecdote for an anecdote deal here.
All right.
You tell this story, and then Daddy will tell a story.
Are you now referring to yourself as Daddy?
I have a child, it's now legally accurate.
So you'd get these little... Out of nowhere, you'd be doing something, and a little northern passive-aggressive commentary would start up. So you'd be in the kitchen, and suddenly this voice would go, "Oh, right. Is that where we keep the Cocoa Pops now, is it?"
Where did we used to keep the toenails, John? Did we used to... Oh, no. I'll give you a clue, Jimmy. Oh.
Sorry, where were you putting your toenail clippings?
Cutting his toenails into the mugs.
Speaking of mugs...
Oh.
John once, in a fit of pique, was very frustrated with himself, and like a lot of us do, wanted to take that out on a mug. However, what John brought to that was he was so worried about the mess it would make, he wrapped it in a tea towel first.
John is as happy as Larry. Unfortunately, Larry has had some very bad news. John's very much the thinking woman's comedian. If the woman in question is thinking, maybe if I go and hide in the loo for half an hour, he'll just leave.